Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly beady broadcast. Today we are going to enjoy together a live design session from the Dream of Sibylla Beading School Academy box. I hope that you can see me, I hope that you can hear me. As you can notice from the background, I am today joining you from a very different location than my usual because I am visiting the Beading School Treasury. And I would like to greet Wanda and Facebook user friend who says that she can see me and hear me. Wonderful news. And Angelica is here, and Antoinette, and Cindy, and Mary, and more Facebook user friends, and Connie, and Lita, and Nancy, and Sherry, and Cindy. So you can watch today's video in real time from the Beading School Club, from the Beading School Facebook page, from my personal profile, and from the YouTube channel of Beading School. And if you are watching from the club, which is a safe, closed space on the internet, then you might need to click the link in the description of the video to enable my broadcasting program to see your name and face. So then I can greet you personally, and it just makes it so much more cozier to talk to each other, of course. It's up to you if you would like to do that, and the program does not do anything else, only shows me your name. And there is also Linda today here with us, Georgina, and Rachel, and Gunel, and Michelle, and Facebook user friend from Spain. So I think it's Gemma, right? And Corinne, thank you so much, Corinne. I'm a bit like, it's so hot here, so much hotter than in Amsterdam that I'm like melting. So I hope that I will have enough brain power for today's live design. Also, Katja is here, and Sheila, and Irina, and Lutka just joined us, and Kata is here too. So what's going to happen today? I have here a bunch of beads and components, leftovers basically, from my Dream of Sibylla box. And I would like to, I'm still not over with it. I still feel that there are so many explored opportunities, and today I would like to play with my Sibylla beads and components for one last time before I would move on to the next theme. So I would like to invite you for another very fun activity that we do every once in a while. Last week we had a color splash game, which was first of its own, and I enjoyed it a lot. But live designs, we are doing live designs already since the Jewel of the Maharaja team, and I really like doing it. The creative energy of everyone is meeting here, and I love hearing your ideas, and I love it when someone dares to join me on the screen to select something. So that's what also I would like to start with today. So I would like to invite a beader to join me to select some beads for me to play with. So I will post a link in the comment field, and if you will click on that link, then you will appear here next to me in the video. Please be aware of it, that everyone will see you and hear you, but there is a very, very nice added value. It's worth it because you can choose something from my bead mat. So here is the link. And I will invite one beader to join me. In the meanwhile, I will switch to my hand camera so you can see what's on my bead mat, and then select something to play with. I'm just removing the dragonflies because that's not something that I would manage today, but let's see. This is my bead mat at the moment. No one for now. I see already that there are also more beaders joining us today. Catherine and Sangeeta and Carol and Jessica and Niti could finally join, she says. So nice to have you here. And Robin. Niti says she won't be that courageous this time. I'm sorry about that. I think you were one of the very first beaders who ever dared, Sheila, to join me. So we have a volunteer. Sheila will hopefully appear on the screen shortly. I can't make there she is. Sheila, how are you today?
Good.
Good. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy that
Just
you are
taking a break
here.
at work, so.
Sorry, I hear you very like as if from underwater. So I will like focus when you say something. So do you see something from my bead mat that you would like me to play with?
Yes, the pearls, because we've not really used those in the different projects that we've seen. So we got a lot of the pearls left over.
The pearls, the 4 or the 6 millimeter ones?
Let's do the. Can we do both?
Sorry?
Let's do 4. 4. Let's do 4.
Okay, that's actually easier. Thank you so much for not pushing me too hard. Let's take it comfy. It's already enough to challenging enough to do something in real time. So thank you so much for allowing me to stay more in my comfort zone. By the way, if you said that there were not so many designs with the 4 millimeter ones. I think last week's no one has to be alone. If I remember well, then Susie used it in the lantana design, and Sheila disappeared. And I wanted to ask her to choose one more bead for me. And in the meanwhile, Angelica joined me, so I will invite her on screen. And I still hear someone in the background. Is it coming from you, Angelica? Or? I still hear someone in the background. Oh, yes. Is it coming from you, Angelica? Or? Do you have headphones?
I'm
Is it coming from you, Angelica?
not sure. One moment.
I will mute you. I will mute you in the meanwhile until you get headphones, because otherwise it's very echoey. Do you have headphones? I can't hear you because I muted you. Do you have headphones? Okay, 1 second. Angelica has some beautiful earrings on and a big smile. I like it. And Angelica disappeared. Hey ladies, am I on my own? Okay. I will wait like a few seconds, and then if no one comes back, then I will select my beads. I already, yeah, so there is a delay and an echo. Also, I have a little slower internet here and not my usual technical settings, so it is a bit like not as well tuned than I would like it to have. So then let's get started. I will use the 4mm purse and I will choose some other things to play with. And of course, while I am working on it, then please share your ideas, what you would like to like add, how when I encounter a technical challenge, how you would solve that situation. So let's brainstorm together. That's super fun, really, really fun to do. And usually these designs that we create together are like the result of like a collective creative thinking. So it's super nice to do that. And I will remove my face and switch on my second microphone. So please tell me if you can still hear me after that. So it should be okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on my beads in the meanwhile. And oh yeah, Margaret is asking if there is a baby bed in my background. Actually, yes, there is, because there is a baby in the company, but I'm not the one to ask to babysit, I'm afraid to say. So I'm not that good with children, but this is the office where the baby stays somewhere. It's my friend and colleague Andrea's little son. So, what do you say about some paisley duos? I felt that I did not play enough with paisley duos during this theme, and it is a bead shape that is very like makes me think very creatively. So let's use some paisley duos. What do you think? Okay, thank you for confirming that you can still hear me. Sheila says, Erika, I would suggest picking an item from the box that you have the most leftovers from. I don't have that many leftovers actually, but I have some of my chatons, for example. Let's see if I can do a bezel, no promises. Also, that is good to know with the life design session, that I don't make any promises, that I can make it work. It's a challenge. So let's see. So first, thinking a bit how I could join the okay, I'm not so sure about the chaton, how I could join the paisleys and then put some pearls in between. I will for sure need some seed beads. Rachel is asking about the 4mm Suwon rhinestone. And yeah, I still have somewhere a few pieces, so that's a good idea. So let's start with a paisley. I pick it up and bead right away through both of its holes. Then I will want to add a pearl in between the chubby parts of the paisleys. and only a seed bead between the thin parts. Let's see if a size 11 works or if we need a size 15. I would say a size 11. Size 11 first. And lovely is you have like all kinds of very creative ideas. Angelica pushing me towards an eye, or like giving me an idea of doing something asymmetrical. But please also please acknowledge that this is not easy to design something while doing a video. So I would like to stay with something simpler, not necessarily an asymmetric design or something super complicated. So very probably it will be a mandala-like motif, and I see actually a possibility to join the size 11 with the pearl and nestle the pearl in between size 15s. I think that would be lovely. So I will make a circle of this. So Paisley. Kristen is asking, why did I think that the size 11 works better than the size 15? Simply there was a gap. It was like an aesthetic reason that I did not feel that it looks good. It was getting lost in between the paisleys. Angelica, if you challenge me, even if I first say that no, I'm not doing that, then I might actually do that at the end because it stays in my mind and I just don't leave myself. And sometimes the idea does not leave me. Would you be okay with an asymmetric design, which is like, how you say it, when it's symmetric, the left side and the right side, but the bottom and the top differ? What do you say about that? Robina is asking, do you usually just grab a few things and jump in? You are so inspiring. I lay beads out on my mat trying to figure out the design first. So that's actually what's happening usually, that I just see some beads and shapes that talk to me, and there is just an urge in me that I want to use them together because they are just pretty. And yeah, so very often, especially when I'm designing from a box, then it's the case of like, I just really, really, really want to make something with these beads together. And Angelica is happy with this. She says that this is exactly what she meant. Thank you so much. I was afraid that you mean like a kind of a more challenging piece, because that's really usually not even my style and not something that I would be able to do now, I'm afraid. So here I added a slender bugle around 11 and another slender bugle on the top. So I can totally imagine this as the beginning of an earring. And then we could hang it from here. But of course, it would be nice to add something to this empty space. So let's see what is possible and what can be fixed. Here, okay, not this. Oh, and Rachel says in the meanwhile, I just made my first brooch and I submitted last week for the mini challenge and I started with the same pattern of beads. That's so funny, Rachel, and I'm super curious to see yours. Ladies, don't forget about the mini challenge. We have a very, very nice prize for you, waiting for you on one hand, and on the other hand, it's just, I think when you put next to each other your challenge pieces, then it is a nice history of your adventures with the Academy. So indeed, Catherine is having the idea of the swan. So that's what I'm going to try because I can actually fix it pretty easily. So I'm exiting now the paisley. I picked up 2 size 15s, the swan and 2 more size 15s, and I'm going to zoom on some more in my camera because I think you don't see it that well, that what is happening. Oh, but it's jumping back, so I'm not sure I can make it work. Let's see, one more try. And Sheila is asking about the mini challenge. So if you visit the virtual classroom, then there is a tile about the mini challenge, and there you can find all the information that you need. And I will attach the swan rhinestone to this size 11 because the 2 size 15s on each of its sides push it upwards. So I need to fix it to the top. And then I will fix it also from this direction, of course. So let's see how many round 15 seed beads do we need. So I picked up 5, went through the second hole of the swan. I beat through the size 11 at the top, beat down through the swan and 2 round 15s. Those will be parts of 2 segments. 3 more round 15s and connecting it to this side too. I'm not entirely happy with how it looks like. It started to look like a little tree. So I think it needs a bicone. What do you think about a 3mm bicone under the swan rhinestone? Robina is asking if she needs to keep her challenge piece a secret, and I have to say that I don't remember now the rules, so I would recommend to go back to the rules because I don't want to say something that is not valid. And we recently updated the rules, so please read them carefully. You can find them in the classroom. Sorry, I'm removing my hand. It's a bit tricky with this new setting here. Catherine also has an idea for a bead there. Indeed, a fire polished bead, I think, would work too. I like this inverted V shape though from the size 15s. So I think a bicone is just perfect for that spot. Okay, so this is how it looks like. How do you like it, ladies? I'm not like super happy with it, but it's not bad. And Gunnar is suggesting and something on the top and the bottom. And Angelika had a good note. First, she was suggesting leaving the space, but then she says, then again, sometimes it's good to leave the gap for an area design and to emphasize the geometry. So it doesn't work out, no harm done. Never mind what's said. This looks gorgeous. Let's see, let's see. Sometimes it's funny with designs, like you bead, you make up something, you feel like, okay, this is good, this is good. Only one last circle is needed, only a few extra beads, not so many left. But then that last step proves to be the hardest. So it's funny how it goes with designs. I would like to add something to the bottom, as Gunnar said. What would you fill in, ladies? Do you have some ideas here to this part? And of course, I can only encourage you to like bead along with me or try this on your own, follow what I did for a certain part, and then experiment with your own idea. So it's so lovely to see all the different results. That's the best about the live designs. And Robina says, it kind of looks like a little man with a small head. And actually that's what's bothering me. I don't like things that remind me of an animal or a human shape. Somehow it's like, aesthetically, it's bothering me. Robina is suggesting a navette. I have to check if I have one still. I used a lot of them. Rachel has an idea of mirroring the top to the bottom. That's good. A bicon is maybe also sufficient. Let's see, what do I have? Okay, I don't have any navettes. Unfortunately, I used them all up. I will try a 3mm fire polished bead. Oh, or easy, Robin says, another pearl. Robin, thank you so much. Let's see, how does it look like? Sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things. I need to pull it a bit more because the gap became smaller here, but I think it would work. And this is how it looks like at the moment. And I don't feel that we are done for now, because this would be so too easy. So let's add something around the purse. I already see some earrings out of this design. I think that would be fun to bead, and it's also really fast. So if you would like to make a pair of earrings in one sitting, then this will be nice to play with. So I will try to add some seed beads here around the paisley duos. Corinne says, Erika, you are in the treasury. There is no such thing. I'm out of beads. Well, I could go to the second, because I'm in the office. I could go to the other room to grab some beads, but I would then mess up the stock. So I can't just remove beads. I would need to adjust the stock quantity, whatever. So not so easy to grab beads here. Even if they are physically close to me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beads I added. So again, 7 on the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7. Beading through the pearl. How do you like it, ladies? I like this part, how nice and smooth it has become. Do you feel like we could use some seed beads around the outer edge of the paisley duos? What do you think? And then this would be more connected to and tied together with this part. Rachel says it's looking very pretty. Sheila says it would frame it nicely. That's a good point also. So let's try. Let's try. Definitely I see a way how to do that. It's just a matter of finding out how many beads do we need. Let's try 7 again. Okay. I'm good at guessing. So I attached this 7 to the outer second hole of the paisley, and I will now connect this group of 7 to the arm of the little man, and maybe I can make the little man effect disappear. We will know that he's there, or the little angel, as someone said, but I just don't like this humanoid shape. Oh, okay, this is good, ladies. This is good. What do you say? It was, I think, 4 pieces, no, 5. So I bead through the other arm, and then 5 more, 3, 4, 5, actually together with the 7. And then I bead backwards through the second hole of the paisley, and then through. I skip the first 5 and bead through the 7 that I have just added. So I think I'm pretty happy with how it looks like. This part could be improved a bit. Above the bicone, maybe some additional passes will solve it, and we'll pull the beads together. I see there the potential. And hi, Jen. Lita said, I did not see a little man, I see a pawn shop sign. The 3 pearls. And Guna says, it's classy with the beads at the bottom and the seed beads around them. And hi, Jen. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks like. And Rachel is asking, will you be attaching it to an ear stud like the oval mirror violet ones from the box? And I think that would look really, really nice. I don't have them here because I used up mine. Another possibility would be to bezel a chaton rose and then attach it to an ear stud. I think that would also look fun. Sherry likes it. Anita says maybe a pearl about the bicon. That would also be possible. Like here, adding some more. Oh, I think that would be super nice actually. But I have actually some more news to share with you. Some news actually to share with you. So I think I am safe to say that I am happy with how this turned out. I will repeat the thread pass through the bicon and the seed beads on above the bicon to make it look nice. And I will actually find tomorrow in the treasury for the oval mirror to add it to the earring, maybe even a glass drop to make it look nice and long, how I like my earrings. Helena has an idea too. She says, add some more seed beads in the middle to create a diamond shape. And that would look very nice also, I think. A diamond shape around the bicon. So ladies, I would like to invite you to bead along with me with this cute motif. It also kind of has a butterfly inside. What do you say? With 4 pretty wings from Paisley Duos. So I would like to invite you to bead this motif, maybe like keep mirroring it and make it into a nice bracelet. Beads one more and that would make one full motif, and then out of 5 motifs you could make a full bracelet. I can totally imagine it also as an earring component. It would actually work both ways, I think. And if I use it this way, then the little humanoid effect disappears completely, and this R11, the size 11 seed bead, it's offering itself, I think, so to use a drop or some kind of hanger, maybe one of the beaded hangers that I showed you a bit earlier. So how do you like the result, ladies? And will you bead it and experiment with a variation of yours? I'm curious. I hope it inspires you. And let's talk about the news then. So I will put back my other camera, my face camera, and I will also try to clean my bead mat for you. So I hope that you can still hear me, and I hope that you can still see me. Rachel says, I see a flower when you hold it like this. And that's so true. It can also be a flower, not only a butterfly. And Angelica likes the way of attaching the suwan. So if that's a trick that you bring home with you from today's video, then I will be super happy also. Sometimes not a whole design stays with you, sometimes a little detail enriches your beading life in the future, and that is also, I think, can be a big value. And Kristen says she can still hear me and see me, so that is wonderful. So let's get back to the news. So last week we talked about working with colors and how it's very personal. On one hand, it is affected by our mood, by our personal style, even the weather. Sometimes we crave nature tones, sometimes a passionate red, sometimes lots of sparkle. And when I was beading the Papilio pendant that many of you actually decided also to play with. Then first I was working with the original purple, gold, silver, and grayish tones in a romantic, dreamy mood. But for the second version that you can see next to it, I chose a very different color combination. And for me, this gold and some blue and deep dark green, but especially the metallic tones, they radiate drama and elegance and luxury. And if you have maybe started beading it or you put aside your mini kit for it, then you know that there is a hidden secret, a tiny spot in the middle of the pendant of this special component. A Preciosa crystal chaton with AB coating. It blends in pretty much in this case with the surroundings, but of course we have designs also coming from the Dream of Sibylla box, where it's more important what kind of color do we choose for the chatons. So one of these jewels is Veronika's Candy, and which I will publish already today shortly. And another one is the Vanessa Cardoi earring that we can bead together this week during No One Has to Bead Alone. And I am happy to share with you the news today that after the birthday sparkle of the three colors of beading school, the turquoise, the yellow, and the fuchsia, and after a taste of amethyst opal AB in the Dream of Sibylla box, today I am super happy to bring you a full assortment, and not one, but two dangerous boxes full of Preciosa AB chatons. I would like to show you briefly what is inside, but there are also some very important things that I would like to share about the Preciosa AB chatons. So they come in the 8mm version, which is, in my opinion, the one that we use the most. Well, not in my opinion, but definitely the one that we use the most. But in my opinion, also, if there is one, then the best size of chatons, because the 10 and the 12mm ones are already like very deep on the backside, and the 8mm, it's like a nice shape to play with. Also, as we learned recently during the broadcast about different round stones, that the chatons have lots of faces, so there is lots of sparkle inside the crystal. So many beaders actually like to use chatons over rivolis. So some interesting things to know about the AB chatons that I would like to show you today. The AB chatons are the result of a collaboration. The chatons themselves, they are coming from Preciosa, and then the AB coating on them, they are made by one of our partners, company from the Crystal Valley in the Czech Republic. So there are two companies involved in the process, and they made it specifically for beading school beaders. What is nice to know about the chatons, that some colors came out really distinctive. And in general, I would say that the lighter colors are, I don't want to say nicer, but more special with the AB coating. So like the Sun AB, the Rose Opal AB is absolutely beautiful. Aqua Bohemica AB is something that I fall in love with. And so in general, the lighter colors are my personal preference. There are also darker shades which I love. For example, the Jet AB, it was always also from the previous big crystal company, a big favorite of mine. So it's not like they would not be beautiful, but when you put them next to each other, then you don't see the difference as much as with the lighter shades. So that's something to keep on mind. And we also asked some of our beloved beaders to help us test the chatons. So I would like to thank them for their help. And after receiving this big batch of cabochons that we got from our partners, we noticed that there were some tiny imperfections on the surface of the chatons. So also after we got back the same feedback from our helpers, beaders, then our team went through the whole batch one more time to remove those which are less than perfect. So I would summarize it that I think this custom AB coating, I would not dare to say that it is on the same quality as original Preciosa products. I would give it, it's my personal view, maybe an 8.5 points, maybe 8.5 points out of 10. Because there can be some minor imperfections on the surface. Still, knowing that, I feel like they are super pretty and they are beautiful and they deserve love. But I wanted to give you, of course, a full picture if you decide to go for them. Because as Rachel is asking, excited for the boxes, when will they be available for purchase? So I think in the meanwhile, my friend Andrea, to whom the baby bed belongs to, she is activating the new AB chatons together also with the 2 dangerous fuchsia boxes. For our new readers who don't know yet what dangerous fuchsia boxes mean, it means that we are collecting a wide variation of components of colors into a box. And if you like, for example, Sauvon rhinestones, or in this case, the AB chatons, then it's very valuable to go for the fuchsia box because you get a lot more value for in the box than if you would buy everything one by one. Dear Corinne says that some Indian guy wrote in the chat, and as I don't speak the language, then I can't say if it is about beading, but I'm afraid it's not. So I will, of course, delete the comment, or if one of our Indian friends who share the language with him can confirm that it's about beads, then it's okay. But if not, then I will ban you, Kabur. I will ban you so bad from the beading school side. I just can't do it right away. So don't click on anything. If someone is posting a link, don't click on anything, only if I post something, okay? So I would like to yes, there is a mistake. Rachel says that there is a mistake with the chaton box because it is set for €0, and it's definitely not how it should be. So So I will correct it in a few seconds. So what I would also like to share about this, okay, Rachel says that it's fixed already. Thank you so much, Andrea. I think, no, it's not fixed yet. So I will need to fix that. And if some of our bidders are visiting the bead shop already, then you can see that there is a gift included if someone would like to go for the sun and the moon box too, the sun coming with the warm tones and the moon coming with the cold tones. Then as an extra gift you will receive Veronika's candy tutorial that you will be able to download. I will need to fix it, so I will be over there in a moment, or maybe Andrea finds out how she can do it. But a sneak peek of what's inside. I will show you first the sun. And here are the shades that I mentioned that they are super beautiful. Also, Kata was one of our bidders who helped us test it, and she pretty much fell in love with some AB. I think it's not a big surprise, Kata and her love for these kinds of tones. Fuchsia AB, Amethyst AB, so here you can see this is a darker tone, so the base tone is not that visible. But for example, when you look at the tanzanite, then it reminds me the ghost light effect of Navets, for example. So this I like very much, for example. And then light rose AB is also super beautiful, I think. And gold quartz, which also became very special with the AB effect. And the rose opal AB. And there are also burgundy AB, ruby AB, and light cyan AB in the box. With the burgundy and the ruby, the base color is not that much visible, but I think they are also very pretty. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colors in a box. So this was the sun box. And let's peek into the moon box too. And Kata is also sharing her idea, her opinion about the chatons. Thank you, Kata. And here, for example, the Erinit AB. I think this is a nice one. Then we have, okay, this is the Aqua Bohemica AB that I mentioned you, that I fall in love with it. This is like an amazing tone. Then Jet AB. Sapphire AB, which is another love for me. Chrysolite AB, and for me this is the color which I normally, have you ever seen me beading with chrysolite? I don't think so. So that is one color that in its normal version does not really speak to me, but the chrysolite AB, it's so pretty. It's on one level for me with the Aqua Bohemica. Then we have White Opal AB. The bundle still needs the gift tutorial, by the way. If someone went for it in the meanwhile, then we will send out the gift tutorial manually. Just be aware that the bundle is correct now, the price, but the tutorial, we will send it to you additionally. Then Jonquil AB, and that's another one for me, which is normally Jonquil is like not my first choice when it comes to yellow tones. I love the light topaz very much, but the Jonquil AB, it's a good one. Black Diamond AB, that's for me a bit similar to Tanzanite, but both of them have a very nice undertone. Kata is asking if there is any of these not included in the bundle and the boxes, and the candy is not listed well. Okay, lovely. We had a very demanding day, and it seems I did not check the stuff, so I will be over there in a moment. Blue Zircon AB, Another Love. That's the one, by the way, which is inside my Papillon tutorial. So lovely. Thank you so much for your attention today. I am going to the bead shop to set everything right. And see you very soon. I will let you know very probably. I need to do, no one has to be the lawn on Thursday instead of Friday, because I'm in Slovakia, also visiting my family, and on Friday I might need to travel. So let's see. I will let you know. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much, everyone, again, for joining me and for supporting me during a live design, and also for loving the Chateauneuf piece. Wishing you a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.